Hey, good morning, everybody. Rev here. It is Monday. It is April the 19th, 2021. We're moving right along. I hope you're safe, you're well, you're blessed this morning. I pray you had a good weekend and you were able to worship. I know that a lot of you worshiped with us here on my page, and I do appreciate that. We're gonna I'm kind of changing gears here a little bit in that we are. I'm going to start sharing some devotions by a man named Calvin Miller. He has written a book called The Christ of Easter and has some very good devotions, and I want to share them with you. And so this morning we are starting with Luke chapter 18, just a few verses, 31 through 33. I believe that these devotions, you will like them and you'll find them very interesting and fulfilling. Luke 18:31. Jesus took the 12 aside and told them, "We're going up to Jerusalem, and everything that is written by the prophets about the Son of Man will be fulfilled. He will be handed over to the Gentiles, and they will mock him and insult him, spit on him and flog him and kill him. On the third day, he will rise again." This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Jesus brought his disciples to the planning tables of God, and they still remained obtuse. Pity these disciples, but remember this: they were simply so human, so much like us, that their little minds could not wrangle with the huge redemptive plans of God, the redemptive dreams of God. En route to the cross, Jesus tried to tell them what he wished them to understand: that he would have to die to finish the plans of God. What must Jesus' mood been when they failed to understand him? It can't have been utter despair. Yet he must have seen in their bland expressions the chilling reminder that his work of redeeming the sons and daughters of the world would be a lonely and a fearful undertaking. Not only would his dying be lonely, but also his living. He knew he must carry on toward Calvary, carrying a vision so large that his 12 friends could not imagine the weight of it. From this moment on, he must endure more sorrow than even his best friends could possibly understand. How could he live carrying what he did? He knew that when all other human support began to dwindle around him, that God would draw very close to him with a rapport that only the Father and Son could experience. Count the times that Jesus used the word Father in the last 6 weeks of his life. When you go back and read through all that, count the number of times Jesus used the word Father, and you will see. You'll see how his soul fed on the iron grip of God's love. Even on the cross, we see this glorious rapport. We hear the Father's earlier words that he cried once, cried over the river Jordan, "This is my Son, whom I love, with whom I am well pleased." The desperate and lonely work of the cross would be accomplished by a Son who would give his last drop of blood to please his Father. A Father who treasured his Son's devotion and understood. Now that's what I call commitment. So here's my question for you this morning. How committed are you? I may have even asked that before. How committed to Christ are you? The thought that Miller leaves with us this morning is simply this: those who are content with pleasing others have ceased being Christian and merely humanitarianism or humanitarian. Think about it. I'm Pastor Mark. I love you guys. I'm looking forward to sharing these devotions with you from Calvin Miller. And I hope you have a great week. Be safe, be well, be blessed. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, go do something for Jesus.